Good morning, everyone. I'm coming to you from my mom's backyard, and this is her shed. And as you can see, this shed is really overgrown with trees and leaves and all that. I guess over the years, the landscaping guys have been throwing the leaves in the back, and it's become a jungle that is trying to reclaim the shed today. So I'm doing some yard work. My goal is, it's a big job, so my goal is to at least get all the leaves and branches from touching the shed, because that's a recipe for wood rot. So I'll see how far I can get today, but that's my minimum goal, to get it off of the shed. Eventually, I would love to be able to clear out some of this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might not have the physical strength, but I've called a few tree guys and haven't been able to get anyone out here, so I'm just going to do what I can do. So let me show you what I'm looking at. So here's the shed, just a regular shed, and on the side, so if you can see that tree at dead center that has the vines growing all up it, that's the, actually no, this tree right here with all the vines is the stop of my mom's property. But over the years, her landscape guy decided he was just going to throw all the leaves behind the shed, and it's become a composting mess with briars and all kinds of stuff growing back here. So the back of the shed has leaves almost right up against it, and that's going to rot the wood. Also at the top, the trees have started to grow onto it. So I'm gonna see if I can get some of that off of there today. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I'll take some pictures as I go. Oh, let me show you the other side. So around the other side, this is actually a cedar tree that's covered in briars, and there's leaves all at the bottom. The trash cans grew back into the forest, but I'm gonna see if I can get some of that out of here. I've got a pole saw, my lobbers, and a strong willpower, so I'll see how far I get today. Wish me luck. Hey, okay, so I'm taking a quick break. Wanted to give an update. So this is a lot of work. So my mom has had a landscape guy come in for the last years, and one of his jobs was to sweep up the leaves, get the leaves up when it's in the fall. Well, this guy just decided to throw the leaves in back of her shed. So after 15, 20 years of doing this, it's like a composting pile. They're wet underneath. There's layers and layers of leaves from the years. So like I said, today my goal is to just get the leaves from touching the outside of the shed. After clearing some already, I can see the roof is damaged on the shed. So that'll be another job, but let me show you what I've done so far. It doesn't look like that much, but this was actually a couple, I don't know what time it is, but like 90 minutes of work. I found 5 trash cans, a kitty sandbox, some rabbit fencing, an old wheelbarrow with the wheel off of it. I've been sweeping the leaves onto a tarp and then pulling them out to the street, and that's where the city will pick them up. So let me show you what I've done so far. So here's the shed again. That's the tarp that I'm using. Found a wheelbarrow, with the wheel off of it. That's one of those things you grow vines on. That was back there. I started off, I had to rake some leaves out. This thing is heavily with briars. I mean, really ruthless briars. Let me show you the thorns on these things. This is one of them that I cut back, but those thorns that you see, really sharp. They dig in through your clothes. I've been dealing with those since I was a kid, but never like the jungle that you see here. I've been cutting them back. Leaves were all along the side of the shed, so I've gotten some of those out. And those trash cans and whatnot were behind the shed. I've gotten a lot of the leaves out. But it's like you have to cut down these vines that are so thick into the ground. And they were growing into the window of the shed. This branch is touching the top, and I think this is the main one that's damaging. So I'm taking that buddy down today. And then these are some of the things that were behind it. We have this little sand pit or a sandbox that would be nice for a little kid. Might put that on Facebook Marketplace as a freebie. And there were lots of broken trash cans. Apparently, the trash man will take anything away except the trash can. So, oh, look at this nice little spider here. I don't know if you can see that. Hey, little guy. Oh, I'm not one for just killing insects just to be killing them. And I really want to take this tree down. You can't even see the tree. So now I'm coming out with the big guns. I have an electric pole saw that I just bought from Harbor Freight. Never used this type before. My husband has a battery powered one, and it was kind of a nuisance because he has 2 batteries, and the day I wanted to use it, only one was charged up, and anyway. So I wanted an electric because I'm not that good with how to put gas in them and all that. So I'm gonna try this. I'll let you know how it goes. This one is made by a company called Portland, and I'll see how it goes. So you, Forest, watch your back. I'm coming for you. Hey everyone, so here I am 6 hours later, and I just finished putting all my tools away and cleaning up for the day. And I did reach my goal. My goal was to get the tree branches from off of the shed, and to get all the leaves from around the shed that were touching the shed. And I was able to do that. But these briars, man, they're tough. But you know, I learned a lot today. Part of the time I had to stop and put together the chainsaw, the pole saw. I was able to do that. So I learned how to adjust a pole saw, adjust the chain on it, and put it together. I also learned a lot about how these briars grow and how they're tangled in. So next time I do it, I'll be a little faster at how to, get some things done and know exactly what tools I need to get everything done. So take a look. I know it doesn't look like much, but this is actually 6 hours of work, just me by myself. But yeah, anyway, here it is. So here's the shed. Beforehand, there was a big branch laying on top. I was able to get that branch off, kind of sweep off the top of the shed. And now you can see all the sides. It's not touching any leaves, so it won't be having that those wet leaves damage the edge of it. And on this side, I just raked up, kind of swept this out. Still have a massive amount of leaves to take out, but I was able to clean the very back of the shed. I got all those vines that were going through the windows. Not sure if you can see this, but there's a hole in the screen. I don't know if an animal did that or if the tree did that, but either way, that screen's gonna have to be repaired. And I cut down some tree branches. This was by far the hardest branches. It was easy to cut them, but to pull them out, I mean, I was cutting branches and they wouldn't even fall to the ground. They were so enraptured in the thorns. So I'm gonna have to cut these down, drag them out to the street for the city to pick them up. And so that's that. So I wanted to do this project because this is my childhood home, and this part of the country, the way the woods go, can easily reclaim a yard, and this is just gonna get closer and closer to the house if somebody doesn't clean it up, and it seems like that person is gonna be me. So Rookery van life, not doing any camping today, but out in nature. It's a beautiful day. It's about 60 degrees, perfect for doing yard work. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. See ya.